I've been avoiding this video. I've been avoiding making videos for the past few days now, and I've definitely been avoiding posting videos. I remember when it all started. I was hanging out with my friend. We had had a wine night, and he fell asleep on my bed, and I'm like, oh, I didn't film my video for the day. But I was like, I couldn't do it in front of him, and plus I was pretty drunk, and I'm like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this, making all these excuses for why I couldn't do it. And I was like, I'll just do post two videos and film two videos tomorrow instead. Tomorrow rolled around, and I was like, well, maybe I should just not do videos on the weekend. I didn't do it Saturday. I could skip Sunday and start again tomorrow. Monday rolls around. I filmed a video that day, but I had talked to my sister about my goals and what I want to do with my YouTube and what I want to do when I get to New York and all this stuff. And I just had all these voices in my head, and we had talked about what it really takes to be successful at these sort of things. And I just started feeling like I'm not good enough. Like, I can't do this. I can't make it. I'm not going to be able to handle this. So I was editing my video from the day before, and suddenly I was seeing all these flaws in it. Like, oh, I shouldn't have been talking about this. I shouldn't have been talking like that. Why did I bring this up? And this video is so short. What am I doing? Like, I was so micro picking at my video, so I couldn't post it. I'm like, I'm just gonna skip this one because it's not good, and I'll post this one I just filmed tomorrow. Tuesday rolls around. I'm out all day, work, the gym. I went donated plasma. I get home, I'm doing chores, making dinner, talking to my friend on FaceTime. I don't film a video. I go to sleep forgetting to even brush my teeth because I fell asleep before I was ready. Like, disgusting. I hate that. Didn't wash my face, didn't brush my teeth, nothing. And then I woke up today. And typically I work today. It's Wednesday. Typically I work on Wednesdays, but there's cuts going on because our hourly what is it called? Our hourly labor is really bad right now. And so I lost one of my shifts. And so I'm waking up. I'm kind of thinking, I'm like, I want to be powerful. I want to feel influential today. So I go and I do like a 10-minute mouth care routine. I'll tell you what I did in a second if you want to hear. And then I was watching and listening to these videos about inspiring you to grow, inspiring you to take that step, inspiring you to be a better version of yourself. I just went on TikTok, I searched inspire to grow, and I started scrolling. Then I realized I don't have to have the perfect video. I don't have to have the perfect thing to say. I don't have to have the perfect content in order to get started. Getting started is the first step to anything. And once you're started, that's the key to getting ahead. There was this quote I read that I really loved. It says, the key to getting ahead is getting started. And it's just stuck in my mind because it's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what the best background is. My backgrounds are chaotic. I don't know how I should look on camera. Sometimes I don't even want to put the effort in to get all ready for camera because, you put makeup on your face and then it's messing up your skin. Then you have to wash it off. And then it's a waste of product. And at least that's what goes on in my mind. And I don't want to do that most of the time. But getting started is always going to be the key in seeing what works and what doesn't. Getting started shows me where I need to improve, where I'm doing great, where my strengths lie, what does well, and what doesn't. Getting started. I remember before I really was like a gym nut, because I go to the gym all the time. Although I'm thinking about sitting out today. I go to the gym all the time, and I remember I got a membership in December 2022, and I only went once. That was the day I got the membership. Then I went a few times in like February or March or May because my friend would convince me to go with her, and she had a membership, so we'd go together. and I'd just do whatever she told me to do. I'd follow her workout routine. But I didn't really start going until like January 2025. 2024, sorry, 2024. January 2024. I was living at this complex called The Green, and I had been hooking up with this guy who, like, he would talk about the gym's good and he would go to the gym, and I remember I just wanted to be like more impressive and more put together, because like I'm always trying to be more impressive and more put together. And I also remember like the last guy that I had a situationship with, I say, I just mean like a romantic situation with, when it ended on bad terms because he was a shitty person. And I had like gone to the gym and posted pictures, and it made me feel good to like be out there like, oh, I work on myself, I improve myself. And so when this guy was telling me, he lived in the same complex as me, this new guy was telling me like he goes to the gym, da da da. I'm like, I dropped out of school, I'm not working, I might as well be going to the gym. So I started going like every day, and I was just doing like the most low-key things, like treadmill, then I'd do like these, what are they, shoulder or something, then I'd like lay on my back and I'd do like the forward ones. I do these ones where it's like skull crusher, like this on my back. I do bridge poses, just random shit that I found online, easy shit. But I started doing it like 5 times a week. It became like a big part of my life. Like, it was like, it made me feel so good, so happy. It stopped being a thing about making myself more impressive. It started being a thing that makes me feel good. And I really locked down. I remember I did eventually get a job while living in an apartment, because how the fuck do you expect me to pay rent? So I got a job, and just crappy jobs. I worked at McDonald's for a few months, it was shit, and then I went and I worked at Applebee's where I was a hostess. And that was actually pretty fun, but then I wasn't really making enough. I didn't have enough shifts or anything. So I went and I moved in with my dad. And he went to Vasa a lot. And that was the gym membership I had. And so suddenly I started going to Vasa all the time. Going like 4 to 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And I just remember like my little situation had ended with this guy. I just remember being so angry because I was like, I didn't feel good enough. I didn't feel like my best self. And I always felt fat because he was like same height as me, maybe like, no, like same height as me. And he was so skinny compared to me. Like, I had never been skinny, not really. I'd struggled with weight loss, weight gain, and when I was younger, like up until I was 13, I was like obese, like actually, like qualify. And maybe even 14. And so like I just remember thinking like that was my fix. Like, I'm like, I need to be so skinny, so fit. And I've lost a lot of weight. I have toned a lot. I've really changed my body shape. But I fell in love with the gym. After I moved out of my dad's, I moved to Salt Lake City. And there wasn't really a Vasa close, and I didn't have a car, so I'd go on my bike around the city to get to my job, and then to get to the gym, I'd have to take the train. And I would go all the way down to West Jordan. Not that I really expect you to know where this is. If you piece it together, obviously I live in Utah. And I'd go all the way down to West Jordan. Just because when you go to West Jordan, it's like a 10-minute bike ride from my house to the train station. Hop on the train, you're on it for like 30 minutes. And it's a 2 to 5 minute bike ride to the gym from that station. And all the other stations, it's more like a 20-minute bike ride, or like 10-minute bike ride to the station, and 15 minutes later. And I just wanted the minimal bike riding, because if I was going to the gym, biking is already like some cardio exercise, and I was already biking like at least an hour every day. And so I wanted a little less. And I got a little less, which is great. But I would go all the way down there. I'd read on the train, which was one of my great habits. Reading on the train. I need to get back into that and start reading on the bus, because that's how I got through Atomic Habits. I read some other books as well, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was one of the highlights of my day, reading on the train, you know, every day, because I would go to the gym like 6 days a week at this point. And I would just go there and I would do like more legit workouts. Like I'd use the equipment, I'd use gym things. I don't really know names of workouts, but you know, I do like, oh my god, Bulgarian split squats. Death of me, but they were so good. I need to get back on that routine. I would do just whatever. Like I had it set up perfectly. Like one day is back day, one day is core day, one day is leg day, one day is full body, and one day is circuit day. And then like the other day I would try to do something chill, like more just like yoga and a little of cardio, a little treadmill. Then I remember I quit my job at a restaurant, not fast food. It was a burger joint, because I wanted to work in fashion. I wanted to work somewhere where I felt like I was able to be creative, and I was so sick of the grease all over my face and working in food. But I quit it thinking I was about to get this other job that I had interviewed for, and I didn't get that job. So suddenly, low on funds again, out of money. And so I moved in with my mom. Moving with my mom, still going to the gym, still going the same amount. Well, maybe it slipped down to 5 days, more closer to 5 than 6 on average. And I was going to the gym, and I started working at this restaurant called Zao. And can you believe all that just to go back to a restaurant in a city that I like less, in a house where I'm arguing with my mom? But working at Zao, making money, and suddenly I got really into budgeting. I wasn't reading as much, which I still miss. And I was just super into budgeting. I got really into budgeting, and honestly, because of it, I came up with the perfect budget system for myself. I've never had to worry about budgeting since. I got really, really good at budgeting. Really, really good. And at least, like, for where I was, I could always improve. But I would still go to the gym because it had become such a central part of my life. And it was around this time that I really started to see that my body had changed, but I still didn't believe it. Like, all this work, I had been going to the gym for 2 years now. Only now am I seeing like small signs that my body is actually changing and improving from this. Then, you know, I lived there for a while, worked at this job, saved up a bunch of money, and then I'm like, now it's time for me to finally get out of food. I'm gonna go into sales. And I had gotten a car while I was living there. Like, I'm going into sales, I'll make more money, I'll be able to budget better. And I'm moving because I'm sick of fighting with my mom. So I move out, I start a new job same week. I'm driving to the sales job. It's like I moved down to Vineyard, Orem area, and I'm driving to the sales job that's all the way up in Taylorsville. It's like an hour drive when there's traffic in the morning. But I'm like, it's okay, it's gonna be worth it. I'm gonna dedicate all my time to this so that I can make money and become super wealthy. Because I just wanted to save up and get out and go to New York. Then my first week at this job, my 4th day, I got in a car crash. Lost the car. I was depressed. I was sick about it. Like, my god, I don't think I did anything for a week. And I was depressed about it. But I realized I couldn't work this job anymore. There's no fucking way in hell I'm gonna be able to make it up there. I'm not taking the bus and train all the way up there. It takes way too long, way too far of a commute, and I'm just gonna have to find another part-time job down here. So I start looking for a little part-time job. And the funny thing is, this whole time I was working on YouTube. There was a time when I was focusing on tarot, like I started tarot when I was living at my dad's. I would do these lives and I got a lot of followers from it, and I would post videos and I'd get a lot of attention. They did really well. I did that for about a year. Well, on and off, and not even, honestly, actually. So I started in December. I did it straight for a couple months. Then I took a break in like May, so like 5 months. And then I like tried to get back into it, but I never really could because I found that I wasn't inspired to be the tarot girl. I didn't want to be known for tarot. And I also felt, I didn't realize this until later, but I felt like I was hiding behind the tarot because what I really wanted to do before I even started tarot was YouTube. I just wanted to talk. I wanted to express myself. I wanted to be like Wizard Liz, who like speaks and she inspires people to be better. I wanted to be like Madeline Argyle, who just like talks and is her cute little self and quirky, and people just feel connected because that's what inspires me. That's what makes me feel most myself. But instead I went to tarot because I'm like, tarot readers get paid a lot. I'm good at tarot. I've always been good at it. People have always told me I should do it and post videos, but I never really wanted to be that. But I did it anyways because I'm like, you know what? Maybe this will help me make money. I remember when I was living at my mom's, I had tried to like start getting back into it, but I was also trying to do legit YouTube videos at the same time, simultaneously. But I remember I saw this video, because I used to listen to you when I lived with my mom. Every morning while getting ready, I would listen to inspiring videos. The second I woke up, I'd listen to YouTube videos that are going to inspire me to grow and be better. That is another habit that I really miss. That was a good one. And I would listen to them. And I watched this one video. I was listening to this video while I was at the gym, and it said something about if your goal is to make money, you're never gonna get out of debt. Or I think it is if your goal is to get out of debt, you'll never get out of debt. And I realized, like, why am I doing something just to make money when it doesn't really make me happy? It doesn't really feel like who I am. So I stopped doing that. I genuinely just was like, I am done with tarot. I don't want to do it anymore. I still have an account up somewhere and I just kind of abandoned it. Because that was my voice, but that wasn't my form of expression. I have so much more to offer when I'm allowed to think freely and stop trying to act like I have the perfect message for everyone. Because the truth is, my message is my own. And if it helps you and it resonates you, then good. I'm doing something. But mostly it helps me and it resonates with me. And that is doing something. I'm doing something for myself. And I'm putting it out there for the chance that, number one, doing something for myself will be appreciated and seen. Number two, doing something for myself is actually doing something for you guys. I just watched this video the other day where there was this girl crying. She's like, my dad left and all my mom does is yell at me and argue with me, and I'm just like, I can't do it. And then she's like, and there's this crackhead in the back. She shows him. He's like on the floor flailing, screaming. She's like, he's obviously has it worse than me. And then suddenly she locks in, no crying. She goes, sir, excuse me, sir, you need to lock in. He's like, what? You need to lock in. Crackhead stands up straight and starts running for a jog. Like, he literally locked in. Tantrum over. And then I was looking at the comments and I saw this one comment I liked. It was like, you guys both helped each other more than you need. And I think posting these videos helps me, and I hope that I'm helping you. So that's why I'm doing it. But back to my original story, I basically just ended up telling you like all the shifts and changes I've gone through trying to find a life that makes me fulfilled and happy. You know, I'm still living in the same place I moved when I started doing sales, but I'm working in food again. And I've got a little budget, you know, got savings. And I found, and by the way, my job right next to the gym, so nice. I go to the gym after work every time I work, so 5 days a week. Well, now 4, and I'm like, should I go to the gym today or no? I don't really feel like it because it takes a lot of time to get there via bus, but I might do a home workout. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Or I could go to my community gym because I have a clubhouse and I can go to the gym there. But as I was working at this job, taking up so much of my time, going to the gym, all of it, I got really depressed. Like, I felt like ending my life, literally. Like, this is not my life. I don't want this, and I'll do anything to end it. But I don't think it was in a KMS way, like that's how it felt, but I don't think it was, because the truth is I just realized I needed to change something. I remember one particular day I was so fucking depressed. I was talking to my best friend, she had called me, and I'm like basically mute, and I'm like trying to talk to her and stuff, and she said something like how she saw someone who in the spur of the moment one day just saw a listing for Hawaii for a house available for rent and just packed up her stuff and left. I was like, fuck, what am I doing with this little, I had like a 5-year plan. I was gonna go back to school. I fucking hate school and I hate the school I was at. And I was gonna get a degree so I could make money and have enough money and save up and go back to school so that I can get to New York. That was my goal, to get to New York. And then she said that, and I was like, fuck, this isn't working. I'm not happy. I don't feel like I'm achieving anything, and I don't feel like I'm going anywhere. And in that moment, I said, fuck, you're right. I'm gonna move to New York. I'm moving. I'm just gonna move. And all the money I was setting aside to like pay off my school stuff and go back to school, I've turned that into my money that I'm gonna use to go to New York. Cause fuck it, I can do the same shit I'm doing now over in New York, and I will feel so much better being there. To be able to walk out on the streets and just have so much available, so much life around you. On top of that, I'm turning 21 this summer. Yeah, I'm young, I'm a baby, but I'm turning 21 this summer. I can go to the bars, I can go to the clubs, and it's not like getting in or anything like that, which I always thought I would have a fake because that's just who I was. Like, I was a party girl in high school, but I never got one. But it doesn't even matter because I'm gonna be 21. I am going to be 21 and I'm going to be going to the bars. So yeah, number one, I can do that. Like after work, not feeling so good, I go to the bars, get a drink, go home, you know? So nice, so chill. I can go meet people, go to the coffee shop, sit there, drink my coffee, read a book, draw people. I'm planning to do Planet Fitness over there because they don't have my beloved Vasa, but Planet Fitness is a good cheap alternative and it's everywhere. And it's funny, ever since I've decided that I was going to do Planet Fitness over there, every time I see a Planet Fitness, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be mine one day. Because I'm like, I know I'm gonna be there because I go to the gym so much. If one thing from this video is clear, I prioritize my gym. That is the one thing, that one habit that stayed consistent through all of my changes once I started it. And even like, I can just feel my energy. Like, look at me when I'm talking about moving to New York. I'm like, I am giddy. I am so happy. I haven't felt this way in a long time. I really thought like it was gonna take years to get out there, but then I was just like, fuck it. Nothing can stop me. I struggle so hard in so many different ways and I always make it work. All of my oldest friends who have known me for the longest time say one thing about me. I always make things work and I always know how to make ends meet. And it's funny because like I'm always trying to make things work, but I didn't really see myself that way. But hearing their perspective after all these years saying that that's the one thing that's never changed about me, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. You're right. I'm going to make this work and I'm going to do this for me because I don't want to abandon my dreams anymore. I don't want to say you have to wait until later anymore. I just want to be myself. And it full circle here. That's why I was watching those videos today, because I want to be myself. I want to express myself. I want to be the truest version of myself. I want to put myself out there and I want people to see me and I want people to come experience life with me. I want people to come and click on my videos and realize, wow, I can grow too. And then they start growing with me in their own ways. That's what I want. I want a community of growth. I want everything to be about growing and changing and evolving for your better. Because that's what I've been focusing on for years. That's all I ever try to do is change and grow and become better. And I just want to be surrounded by people who are also putting in that same effort for themselves, who are also willing to do the work to change their lives. I'm really excited to go to New York. Over the next few weeks, months, most of my videos are gonna be talking about New York or telling you what I'm doing trying to get there. And I'm really fucking excited. Really excited. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at here for today because I'm feeling like I want to celebrate a little bit on my own, and I still I haven't eaten today, so I want to go make some food. But yeah, I'm really excited. And if you want to be excited about life, and if you want somebody who shows you what it's like to grow and change and make choices for their better every day, come and join my channel. That's what I'm all about. So yeah, thank you for watching my video. My name is Bella Elysian. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're excited for your life, and I hope you're ready to change. I hope you're ready for change, because if you're a part of my circle, there's no way you're not gonna change at least a little bit. Love you so much. Ciao ciao, and talk to you tomorrow.